I just realized we're nearly halfway done with December, and I haven't made a single Monkeys Christmas video yet. I'll have to keep that in mind. Because I have some saved, but 3, it looks like it. I was going to combine them all together, but then I was like, wait a minute, I made a separate video about the Halloween episode and episodes or whatever, and I made an episode about the on-air pilot / episode 10. So I figure I will make a video about their Christmas episode, and then I'll make a video about their MTV Christmas special that the trio did, not Mike, because, I mean, you know, he's... Anyways, and then the third video will be about their Christmas album, which is also technically their last album with Bieber. But anyways, today we're talking about Fiona and Cake. Recently it was just announced that they're gonna get a season 2. But we have this Screen Rant article that, you know, it wouldn't hurt to have more spin-offs because of Fiona and Cake. Like, Fiona and Cake opened like a whole gateway of like Adventure Time spin-offs we could get. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. I don't mind having more Adventure Time. Alright, I loved Obsidian. BMO's special was cool too. Didn't understand Peppermint Butler's special, but we can get past that. So let's go through the list.
I'm not really feeling like myself today.
I changed camera angles because I like to prove to myself that I can look like a decrepit skeleton sometimes, but I'm not really a decrepit skeleton. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Alright? Ignore what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm wearing a Kiss shirt. I'll never get to see Kiss. Now they're Hatsune Miku. Anyways, Billy and Canyon were a self-appointed power couple who traveled around Ooo on a motorbike, slaying monsters. Billy is afforded a legendary status as a brave hero, but by the time he meets Finn and Jake, he has grown weary over the never-ending battle between good and evil. There are some flashbacks to his heroic feats, but they offer little more than a glimpse of his courage and skill. A spin-off about Billy could even be set further back in time, before he met Canyon. The show could explore how Billy rose up to become a famous hero, and what Ooo was like in his youth.
Hated every job I've had, what's wrong with me?
This next one is one that I was hoping for we'd get one day, but I don't think we will, because Jeremy and Beth are basically a reincarnation of Finn and Jake, which we know that because, like, you know, reincarnation stuff, but also, like, I kind of feel like it'd be like a little bit of a copy of Adventure Time, but since Jeremy and Beth are in like a, you know, further into the future of Ooo, I don't know, I guess it could sound fun on paper. So Jeremy and Beth first appeared in the Adventure Time series finale. Just as soon as they are introduced, the pair vanish forever. Jeremy and Beth appear to be the future incarnations of Finn and Jake who live far in the future. A Jeremy and Beth spinoff would work for many of the same reasons that Fiona and Cake worked so well. It could present another alternate viewpoint on the series. Fiona and Cake is more mature than Adventure Time, and Jeremy and Beth could take inspiration from this. All it would take is a small tweak to produce a very different show, while also keeping everything that makes Ooo so charming.
Every day's the same.
This one's kind of interesting, and I feel like it would be kind of dark like the next one on our list, which is the Nightosphere, but anyways, there have been several flashbacks closer to the time of the Great Mushroom War, such as Season 5, Episode 14, Simon and Marcy, which follows younger versions of the Ice King and Marceline traversing a post-apocalyptic landscape. Despite Adventure Time's deep and extensive lore, little is known about the war itself. This is probably because such a global nuclear catastrophe would likely wipe out most documentation of the preceding years. A spin-off about the war or the events leading up to it could be interesting. It would probably have to be much darker than Adventure Time, and could appeal to more mature audiences in that respect.
Painfully mundane, 'cause I'm running from my feelings and my fear of sudden change.
Marceline's dad is, well, he rules in the Nightosphere. Do I really need to explain this to you guys? Anyways, it's a hellish dimension where he tortures captured souls. So it's kind of like saying he rules hell. But, like, this is a cartoon. You know, like, are they really gonna mention that? No, you know what I mean? He gains his demonic powers from an amulet. Without it, he's more like an embarrassing father who walks around in his underwear, drinking bug juice from the carton. So he's Teen Titans Go version of Trigon. Okay, I'm glad we Settle that. This dictonomy, I think I pronounced that right, it gives Hudson enough depth for his own comedic spinoff. Sure, he's a demon in town spreading chaos, but sometimes treats his role like it's just a day job. The show could also benefit from the tangled emotional web that constricts Hudson and his daughter Marceline. In Adventure Time, he struggles to reconcile his life as an agent of evil with his genuine affection for Marceline. Yeah, he ate her fries. Probably got her mom sick. I don't know why mom got sick. I think it was because of the mushroom war, but like that could have been that. But I'm not saying he got her sick like some ego Star-Lord type shit. But like you never know.
Every time I leave my room, I wanna die.
Over the course of their travels together, Finn and Jake were subjected to a seemingly endless parade of horrors. Whether they were battling an undead lich or discovering brand new supernatural sources of fear, the pair saw more were left quaking in terror more than anyone else on Cartoon Network. That deer haunts my fucking nightmares, and I never even watched the episode when it aired because I was not allowed to watch Adventure Time. I blame Jeremy Shada in the first earlier seasons for being so high pitched and for being undiagnosed. I think that's also another thing we're gonna. Yeah. Adventure Time's spookiest episodes are also some of the show's best. An out-and-out horror compendium would visit the darkest corners of Vu to find out what else is lurking in the shadows. The show could focus on a new set of brave explorers, but it could also work better as a horror anthology where none of the characters are safe. Ooh, I like that.
Even when I'm with my friends, I'm alone inside.
Sometime during the Great Mushroom War, a large chunk was taken out of the Earth. This must have changed the entire planet beyond recognition, and U is one of the new continents that formed afterward. There isn't much information about the world outside U at all. Life could be flourishing in many fantastical ways on other continents, or it could be a barren, whatever, wasteland. It could be a wasteland. A spin-off could fill in the edges of the map and show what survives beyond the few kingdoms Finn and Jake have visited. The possibilities beyond U are endless, although perhaps there is a reason that none of the show's characters pay much attention to it.
'Cause nothing really matters, and I don't know what's other.
I'm so mad Kumali Nanjiani did not play Prismo again. I also think I just butchered his name right now. But darn you, miscommunication! Sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, Prismo is an almighty wishmaster who lives in the time room at the center of the multiverse. He didn't appear in many episodes, but his impact set him apart as one of the show's unforgettable characters. As mentioned before, he was in, Fiona and Cake, but that was not the original voice actor because of miscommunication. But Kumali said he would want to play Prismo again. So, hence why his return in a much bigger capacity is a real possibility. As an all-powerful entity confined to one space, Prismo's potential storylines are not exactly abundant, but he could present tales from around the multiverse, or stories about wishes that he granted in the past.
The fact I even try, or that my hopes and dreams are shattered.
Speaking of the past, Shoko. Shoko and her tiger were one of Finn and Jake's past lives. Shoko was mutilated by her parents, who sold her arm for a computer and abandoned her. Damn, are just all these Finn incarnations just getting the worst shit, I swear. This caused her to grow up believing that everyone was out for their own survival. A Shoko spinoff could follow her life of crime as a specialized thief hired by the Bath Boy Gang and other shady organizations. Shoko clearly struggles with the ideas of what is right and what is wrong, but powers beyond her control means she must fight to prioritize her safety. She only had one major appearance, but it was one of the most interesting story episodes in Adventure Time's entire run, which is the very reason why her story has so much spin-off potential.
I'm not really feeling like myself today.
Alright, this next one I guess could be interesting, so let's read it. So, Adventure Time's princesses are a frequent highlight of the show. They each have distinctive personalities and appearances, but they often all get lumped into the same role within episodes. Only a few of them have ever been given real depth. PB, Lumpy Space Princess, and Flame Princess get a good amount of screen time. The rest of them are underutilized. However, a spin-off focusing on the princesses of Oo could detail how they each rule their kingdoms and how they come together to fight large enemies together. This show could fully develop characters like Turtle Princess or Muscle Princess. Wasn't Slime Princess important for the elemental part of the show, like the elemental arc? Wasn't Hot Dog Princess important too? And Turtle Princess is kind of important. I'm confused. I don't I don't think the screenwriter articles watched the show now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this last one, considering we already got a special about Marceline and Princess Bubblegum. But a Marceline and PB spinoff seems like an obvious choice for a follow up to Fiona and Cake. Both characters were already fan favorites for their own distinct reasons, but after they started a relationship together, the popularity grew even more. The seemingly incompatible characters bring out the best in each other. Adventure Time ended before they ever had enough time to adventure together as a couple, but their complementary skills, sets and lovable personalities would make a spin-off extremely watchable. The show could feature PB balancing her duties to the candy people with her private life as she and Marceline discover even more strange corners of Oo. I mean, last time we saw in Fiona and Cake, they were getting matching tattoos, which didn't work because, PB's made out of gum. Yeah, I can kind of see how that would cause problems with getting a tattoo, but I wouldn't know. I don't have a tattoo yet. But let me know what you guys think of this video. Do you agree with anything on this list? And I'll see you all in my next couple of videos, which are Soundgarden, FNAF, The Black Phone, and FNAF again. Bye.